They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The foe and affection. I summon it dummy.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally starting the cage install. So the first thing we got to do is, as you saw, started cleaning off all of the seam sealer and all the sound deadening material so that we can get the plates tacked in. We're probably not going to tack them in first, but we started to just clean this off. That way the plates can sit down exactly where they need to be. What we're about to do is actually start ratcheting, strapping the roll cage in so we can see where the front plates are going to go, and then that way we can see where the back plates are going to exactly go so that I can clean those off. So I already cleaned off where the main back hoop is going to go, and then we're going to, like I said, ratchet strap the bars in so I can see where the front plates need to go, and then so I can see where the rear plates need to go. Now I am going to have to move my battery because where these bars come in, I kind of put them in place yesterday, and it's definitely going to be where the battery is. So we're going to have to move the battery after the cage is done, but this is day one of doing the cage. This stuff makes a huge mess. Make sure if you're going to do it yourself, you wear a mask because that stuff gets everywhere. So we're going to have to do a lot of deep cleaning on the inside of the car, but we are finally starting the cage today. All right, guys, so we got it all grinded off for the most part. Look how dirty it is in here. Holy crap. I'm filthy too. But yeah, it creates a mess. So pretty much all the spots are cleaned off. We'll probably have to flatten them out a little bit, but that's where the back plates are gonna go. And yeah, we're gonna get this all cleaned out. Shout out Ken Dog. So we're gonna get this all cleaned out, and then we're gonna push the car back inside, and hopefully the next thing we can start doing is mocking everything up and then start tacking it down. Alright guys, after a ton of prep work, we're finally tacking in the two back plates. So I just grinded all the paint off, got everything cleaned, and we're going to tack those two plates in. And yeah, it's taken a lot of prep work just to get here. Alright guys, today has been like crazy. There's so much going on, trying to get the Mustang done. I've got a full-time job. We've got the flashlight shootout this weekend, and there is just a lot going on right now. But as of today, which you probably will see this after today, but as of today, there's like 16 days until TX2K, and we've pretty much run into two major hiccups. One, we had the wrong V-band flange and clamp for my turbo, because I guess with my turbo it has like the Marmon flange, which is like a V-band with an angle, plus it's thicker. So I had to actually order that, and that won't be here till Wednesday, I think. Today's Monday. Yeah, so that won't be here till Wednesday. So that the exhaust can't get built until Wednesday. The other major hiccup we ran into, which you'll see in this video, is pretty much everything to do with the roll cage. So Joseph's done like a roll bar before, but not a full roll cage. And this roll cage is like a do-it-yourself roll cage, but Joseph's trying to build his car right now, and we're trying to build mine at the same time. So it's really hard to dedicate a lot of time to one car or the other because we're trying to get them both done. He's not going to 2K, but he wants his car done as soon as possible because obviously he wants to be out racing. So we're trying to split up time between my car and his car. And like I said, we're not chassis guys. We haven't built a roll cage before. Yes, this one is already cut, but it does take a little bit of notching and possibly cutting bars to make them fit exactly. And we really don't have like the list of what needs to go first in order to make everything fit perfectly, because you do have to do everything in a certain order to make sure that you can fully weld the cage around the bars. So there's definitely a certain process to it, which we've kind of figured out. But last night we went to weld the plates to the frame of to the body of the car, and with the body metal that Ford is using, and I guess whatever process they do to treat that metal, it's pretty much impossible. Not impossible, but last night we tried to TIG the plates and you just can't TIG them. So you do have to MIG weld the plates in, and that was pretty much going to be our first thing we did, was MIG weld the plates, or TIG weld the plates where we need them, and then we'll start basing the bar off of that, because the plates are really thin, but they would change the height of everything, so you want to make sure the height still works out. But we don't have a MIG welder. One of our friends does, but that puts us back another day. So pretty much we lost Saturday due to the exhaust, and then we lost Sunday due to the roll cage mishap. So Joseph actually reached out to a good friend of ours who owns a chassis shop here locally. He does a lot of really good fab work. His name's Colby Meyer. He owns Sinister Racecraft, which you guys will see here in a little bit. And the only reason why I didn't take it to a chassis shop in the first place is there's actually a few reasons. I wanted to try and do it ourselves. I thought it'd be good content. You guys want to see that for anyone trying to do it themselves. And then typically chassis shops are booked. Like, those projects, they're long projects, and we're starting to learn that with how much work goes into prepping them and getting the cage tacked in and then weld everything in. But the thing that really takes the longest is like the prep work and then tacking stuff in, make sure it all fits. There's just a lot of work that goes into it. So today we finally decided, well, Joseph decided, we're gonna reach out to our buddy Colby. Maybe he could get it in before 2K and give us enough time, because the thing is, we still have to finish the turbo kit. So the hot side pipe still needs to be welded up. The wastegate flange still needs to be welded up. They're all just tacked, and then we still have to make the downpipe, and then I still have to make like a couple custom hoses here and there for like the lower radiator and one other line. There's really small stuff to do left, but it's still a lot of stuff to get done. I still got to put the whole interior back together. Yeah, we haven't even done any data logging. We haven't even broke the engine in, so we are way behind schedule. And not having the right parts and not being chassis guys, or not being able to do a roll cage before this kind of hurts. You know, when you've done roll cages before, it's kind of like Joseph. He's done a few turbo kits before, so he knows the more efficient way to do it. And in a time crunch, he knows how to get it done quicker, how to get it done better. So there's just different due processes for different things, and with the cage, it's kind of our first cage, so we don't really know the most efficient, the best way to do it. So it would take us a lot longer than a couple days. So we reached out to Colby. We asked if he could get it done in time. He has said that it should only take him 2 to 3 days, even if he has to mess with a couple of the bars. So the only difference is it's gonna get a little expensive, but I think it's going to be worth it. He's built roll cages before. Everything he's done has been certified. He can get certified. He's built 25-3s. He's built like exoskeletons. That's what he does. He's a fabrication and chassis shop. That's what he does for a living. So for him, he knows the best way to attack it, the most efficient way to do it. I know for him, he would probably rather personally make the cage from scratch, because you never know how someone else cuts it. Maybe it's not to your liking. Everyone has different standards, but he has said he'll work with the kit that we have, and maybe he'll have to re-bend some bars or cut them down or re-notch them, whatever the case may be. But he's willing to work with me, and he says it should only take 2 to 3 days. So I'm headed over to Joe's. We're actually going to ghetto strap the car with a strap, because Joe is on his lunch break. We don't have enough time to load the car on the trailer and then trailer to Colby's and then take it off the trailer, and it's right down the street, Joe says, from his house. So we are going to pull my car with a tow strap. This will be very interesting. Joe said he'll drive it. So I brought the bolts over for the front Kirky seat, so we can bolt down the Kirky seat so Joe can sit there. And Joe said he's gonna steer the Mustang. I was kind of sketched out. I was like, he's like, oh, I'll do it. Probably because it's his car, he doesn't care. So just wanted to catch you guys up on what's going on. I'm trying to keep you guys up to date as much as possible, but like I said, there's a lot going on with our race coming up this weekend. I still have a full-time job, and I'm trying to get my car ready for 2K, and then at the same time we have a new gym coming. Like, there's just so many moving pieces and a lot going on, and I'm trying to keep my head straight. So we're gonna go get the car, we're gonna strap it to the back of the truck, well, with the tow strap, and hopefully we'll see you guys at Sinister Racecraft. This is a bad idea. Oh boy. This is a terrible idea. I can hear Joe yelling at me back there, but I'm just gonna ignore him. Oh! What? Oh shit! We gotta go faster! Yep, we'll see how good our towing skills are. My car doesn't have caution lights on it either because it's got no battery and no lights. This is great. Do something, baby! Oh my god! Oh! Dude! Is that a camel cat? Alright guys, I barely have any voice. My eye is bloodshot. We're all really tired. Chase is beat up. We're all beat up. Yesterday we had the flashlight shootout. It was freaking insane. It was also the longest days of our lives. Is that like a movie or a TV show?
Longest day of our life?
Days of our lives.
Days of our lives.
But anyways, it was awesome. It was a crazy turnout. I'll have some videos coming on that. But as you guys saw, I put a picture up. When my roll cage was being installed, I'm not going to blame anybody, don't want to name any names. It was not Joe. Joe did not weld my roll cage, but a hole was burned through my roll cage. So the person that was installing it got the seam sealer, bless you, got the seam sealer a little too hot, and it actually put a hole in the fuel tank. But luckily, I have really good friends like my boy John Lawson over at 777 Performance, and he had a spare fuel tank because he's going crazy with his car. So huge thanks to John Lawson. I'm gonna try and keep you guys updated, but this has definitely put us back for 2K. We were already on a time crunch, so I really don't know if we're gonna make it now, especially with being gone for the flashlight shootout all weekend. We left Friday morning, and then now with having the fuel tank problems. But luckily, like I said, we did get a fuel tank. So luckily the cage is done,
but there's still a lot more work to do. This just set us back a couple more days. So on the next video, I'll catch you guys a little more updated because I'll be back at Joe's house, back working on the Mustang. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Look out for some flashlight shootout stuff. If you guys did come out to flashlight shootout, thank you so much. It was an awesome time. And I'll see you guys on the next one.